Are you challenging me? Do you want to go, bro?
I won't lie, I look. It's been a long time.
Alright guys, this week's episode of the 90s Baby Show is brought to you by the Open University, right? The Open University is a leading online university offering flexible, supported learning that fits around students' lives. With over 200 qualifications from psychology to business and law, students have access to expert tutors and dedicated support teams. The OU empowers students to study at their own pace, and students can achieve a degree in as little as 3 years, wherever they are. Every learner receives one-to-one academic support and will join a vibrant student community. And today, we are working with the Open University for a special episode where we're going to talk all things education with two of their graduates. We have Rianne and we have Michael. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. It will be great to know more about, you guys' journey because you guys have studied different things. Of course, we've got authors in the house as well. So, maybe Rianne, if you want to start as well.
So, hi guys, thank you for having me. My name's Rianne. I graduated from the Open University in 2023 with a bachelor's degree in health and social care.
Wow, health and social. I know a lot of people that did that in college at some point.
Yeah, did it for 1 year. Yeah, it was good. I think I passed.
You say, I think.
And my placement got on with it.
And yourself, Michael? Well, I'm so proud of my OU journey because I like to say my first degree was physics in 1974.
Wow.
And then my second degree was in 2008 from the OU.
Nice.
Right.
And then in 2024, I became an honorary doctorate, got an honorary doctorate from the OU. So
nice.
just happy to be here and tell you about my journey.
That's amazing.
I never knew that OU has been around for so long.
Yeah.
So
It was old when I started.
Oh, yeah.
It goes back to Labour government from back in the day. No, it's a well-established university.
okay.
Well, really well-established in terms of, the way I look at it, in terms of technology. Because when I joined, Wikipedia just started.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Just started. And
Yeah.
people are always suspicious of it. Oh,
Yeah.
As they should be. We're still suspicious now.
I'm looking how we've moved forward. Wikipedia is an accepted starting point, in terms of
Yeah,
Now
definitely.
AI is just starting.
Yeah.
So I wonder how, the OU guys starting today, they've got a really interesting time trying to work with AI.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm really excited about the institute because it really helped me be who I am, helped me prepare for the second age. Because I did the degree in 2008. I was in my late 50s.
Wow. This man loves studying, man.
What made you go back
in your 50s?
No, man, no. Because I was interested in art and I wanted to know about art. And back in those days, you could buy the OU in a box, 40 or 50 quid it cost me. And you could get a sample of the OU was like, because I'd never written an essay. Because scientists don't write essays, we do equations and the other tech.
Right.
To write a 300 word, come on, man, it was hard. But so it introduced me to that. And even to this day, the techniques I learned in that OU box, I've still used in terms of my analysis, my essays and logical thinking, all that
Just
stuff.
doing GCSEs at that point.
Yeah, just simple GCSEs, no thesis, no anything like anything.
You're already onto your second qualification.
Yeah. Good on you though. And maybe just tell us a bit about the book because you've actually written a book before. So what's this book?
I've written a book. This really is part of my OU journey.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's about John Blank. John Blank was the first person of African descent in British history we have an image and a record of. He was Henry VIII's trumpeter and Henry VII's trumpeter. His image appears twice on the Westminster Tournament Roll, and he appears a couple of times in the written text between 1507 and 1512. So we got an image and a few bits about him. That's all. But the key thing, I was introduced to the Black figure in the Renaissance through my OU ETA extended. Do you still do extended essays?
Yeah.
The family essays.
Unfortunately.
Bring it on. It's still with me today. It was 4,500 words. That's what I was.
Yeah, 4,500 the end of year.
It seemed huge at the time. It
Yeah.
did, honestly. I'm huge. But in that, I studied the Black Magus. Let me tell you, because you had to find a piece that you'd engage with and that meant something to you. And I found this Black King in Devon 16th century Devon, there's a black king on the wall there. And extraordinary it survived because you had the Reformation, they destroyed all those images, but we had a black king. And that essay, I went down to, even to this day, I remember my study week in Devon, going around looking at churches, original sources, writing notes, photographs. And my essay was, I got my best mark ever. They loved it. They were really impressed by it. It was because it was a real personal experience.
Everyone remembers their first A. Like, I remember my first A.
This was bigger than A. I'm not going to say, no, seriously, no, it was so good. Because my mum used to say, I don't know, it's good to see your face. And when you see the black magus, and then as I studied him, I can rant as I'm forever on the cultural, social, religious, political significance of the black figure. The black magus. So it was symbolic. And there's literally thousands of images of him. Thousands of images. So there we have this guy, my guy, John Blank, just 2 images of him versus my black magus, 1,000. Yeah. So I wanted to big John Blank up.
Yeah, exactly.
So I worked with artists to do an A4 drawing of how they reimagined John Blank. And this is the first time you can see all their work together in the book. It's here. Thank you for that.
Right.
And it's on the one hand, it's a picture book.
Yeah.
But there's a background to it, and there's a history to it, and there's people reimagining of the black presence, the black Tudor presence, and what he means. And fundamentally, this is my big takeaway, just imagine black people. We've been in Britain for a long time. Calm down. It wasn't just at Windrush, you know?
Yeah.
You've been there, and we've had a part to play. So just loosely imagine, because some people's imagination is kind of closed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, agreed.
And there's lots of figures in history that I think we can bring this opening people's minds to a few facts and creating, using the imagination to take on a journey. So that's why I call it, historians and artists reimagine John Blank, the black Tudor trumpeter. Nice. So you did ask, and I told you.
Amazing! Congratulations.
With the OU, I mean, you discovered it in a box. But how did you discover it, Rhian?
It was wanting to study. So I was working. I've always had a passion for working with people, community-based roles. So I started out doing peer mentoring and wanting to work with at-risk children. So I was doing a lot of that work, but it got to a point where I couldn't progress without the academic side.
Right.
So I had enough experience, but everybody was like, no, you need to have the degree or the MVQ. You need something to back up the experience. So it was actually my mum at the time, because I was working full time. I was a single parent. And I just thought, going to a mainstream uni, I can't afford to not work and be a full-time uni student.
Yeah.
So it was actually my mum that suggested it. I was like, have you thought about doing the Open University? I had a look into that and found that you work at your own pace. You get all the information, you've got all the support, you've got all the tutors available to help you anytime you need, but you are still working to your own pace.
Yeah.
So I was able to fit it around being a parent, working full time. In the time that I studied, my life changed so much. When I started, I think, I had 1 child. I was a single parent. I'm now about to have my 4th child.
Wow, congrats.
Congratulations as well. Thank you for even coming up the stairs as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did a good job there.
So much as I've got married in that time. I lost my mum, unfortunately, in that time. But through all of that, I was still able to keep studying just because of the flexibility of Open Uni.
Yeah.
So that has been the main thing for me, is the flexibility that it offers you to be able to work around any other life commitments that you have.
Yeah, I thought it was that, because obviously with traditional unis is that you got 3 years. If you don't make it within this time, it's done.
I mean, could be 4 or 5. Pharmacy, we know pharmacy went through it.
Yeah.
Goodness
So
me.
could you complete it as quickly as you want as well, or?
Yeah, so you can do it in the set 3 years, like you would do if you went to a mainstream sort of university where you go in, or you can split it and do part-time. So I chose to do part-time, which was 6 years. But within that, you can still take time out if you need to.
Yeah.
Because it's module by module, so you can still decide if, it's too much, you can take a break and go back to it at the next year or at the next module. So it's really the flexibility is what drew me in. And having graduated and having the degree now, it's just been something that it helps so much, just not only for the academic side, but it's been able to show me so much in terms of organization. And I find going into workplaces, people tend to look on it more favorably
Right.
than even when you've gone to a uni, because they're like, that shows actually that you've managed your time independently.
Very true.
You've been able to make it happen
That's discipline
around
as well.
everything else.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I found that it's been looked on really favorably.
Do you get to do cap and gown as well and for it up?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's all you need, really.
That's what you need. Yeah, we need to be able to throw it up.
Yeah.
Probably still expensive to rent it as well, though. I know we charge you crazy amounts.
Yeah.
We have been to university. We went to traditional universities. But I wanted to ask, like, what was everybody's thoughts of like university when they were younger? Like, did you guys feel like university was for you? I'll start off with myself. My parents thought it was for me.
Yes, definitely for me.
My parents thought
it was,
for me.
oh, you don't want to go uni? Well, find a house to live in.
I don't know. It wasn't really like that in my house. I was maybe the second to go to uni in my family.
Yeah.
And the only other person was my aunt.
Right.
So it was never like from growing up, you must go to uni. It was college was the
Main lane. Yeah.
figure out what you want to do from there. And mine was uni.
Right.
And then went there.
Cool.
My dad was in Nigeria.
Okay.
That says a lot.
Period. You know,
That says a lot. So was mine.
And it was an interesting combination because I was always bright.
Yeah.
You know, so I never had to struggle at any, past 11 plus,
Yeah.
O levels, A levels, university. I didn't know. My dad was so happy for me, and I was happy for myself. But I never really thought about it. It was just that I did.
Yeah.
And what was when I look back, I was encouraged. At primary school, at secondary school, and even went on to the sixth form. All the time, I was surrounded by people who wanted me to be the best, and that's why I do work in schools today to encourage boys, particularly boys, to be the best they can be. And I have to say, it's not the same. Not everybody gets that home, school, community. Everybody. And I was just fortunate, because I meet many people, particularly the children who don't have those things, the family, the school, the community, all for them.
Yeah.
So for me, going to university, well, isn't that what you do?
Yeah.
But what were your initial perceptions of online learning before you started? And then how did actually joining the OU compare?
Honestly, I thought before actually looking into it, I thought that Open University was for mature students. So I'd always just had that idea. I don't know where that came from, but it was just always my idea that it was for mature students or people that maybe had a degree already and wanted to go back and do further studying. But then on joining, the class was so mixed.
Right.
Like every year that I did, the class was so mixed. You had people that were straight from school, that had just done their A levels, but then there were people who were grandparents, all on the same course. We're all studying, we're all learning together. So it was really good to be able to interact with different people. Though you don't see them much, you build that sort of community, so you still are able to help each other. You've got the forums and things, so when you're not sure, you can go into a forum and say, has anyone got to this part yet? Or I'm not sure. So you still were able to have the support.
What kind of students were you guys? Were you guys like the best in the group, or were you guys the people that, what are you guys doing? And have you guys finished yet? Let me copy.
Yeah.
Well,
How's a copy, huh?
I was always I'm always like, I have it done, but I'm always like, I want to check.
Yeah.
I'm always that person. I'm like, it's done, but I'm not sure. Am I on the right lines? Can someone have a look and see?
Yeah, I know what you mean,
Yeah. What about you, Michael?
This is where the tutor was so important to me. Because as I said, I was a scientist, physicist, man. We were factual.
Yeah.
A, B, C, done. Where in art, it can be A, and then let's have a look at C. What about you? You could...
Yeah.
And I was never... often not quite sure of does my argument stack up? And this is where the tutor was so helpful and helped me get the logic right in terms of my essays and my thinking.
Yeah.
So I would have been really, really helpful in that kind of literally hand holding. Getting it right.
That's good.
Getting it right. And those ideas are still with me today. Even on just a simple email in terms of the opening, central text, and then finish, and then the arc. The arc. Come on. You know,
Is it like PegX and then like PEE?
As a scientist, you don't do that because it's QED at the end and it's done.
Yeah.
You know, whereas art is slightly different in thinking. So no, OU, and I think to this day, the skills daily.
I think it's super. One thing that I like about, first of all, this conversation is that, like, you know, we all have Black heritage. We've gone to university. Like, how do you feel like Black voices are heard within let's say university and schooling system? Do you feel like you hear about it enough, about scholars, people like yourselves? Like, do you feel represented?
I don't think you hear about it enough.
Okay.
I don't think there is much. I think from high school is really when it needs to be spoken about.
Right.
Which I'm not sure about now, but it wasn't spoken to me at high school.
Right.
So coming out of high school, I just thought I'm going to go to college and I'm going to get a job.
Yeah.
I never thought about going to university at all when I came out. And it's with the financial burden as well, because I come from a single parent family. And I just thought, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for me with how's my mum going to help with that and pay for that? And I need to go to work. Was the first thing that I thought. So I think having different options like this are things that need to be spoken about, because no one mentioned Open University when I was at school.
Yeah.
So if I had known earlier that there was an option for me to still be able to work and study at the same time, then I probably would have done that straight out of college.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't something that was spoken about. It was, nobody really talked about it, brought it up. So you thought that was the only route you had, was to go and live in halls, which doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah,
true.
That's true. Yeah, if I knew about it, I probably would have opted for
something a bit more flexible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just thought 3-year crash course. We need to do it now. There was no delay, and I had like my like brother went to uni, and it was like pictures on the stairs, right? So brother, sister, and it's like I'm next.
The last
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed.
They bought the frame before, so just waiting.
Empty frame waiting for me to finish.
No pressure. No
pressure. that would now I think about it, would have worked better for me as well with football, because I had to leave a team because I ended up going
university
so far away that the journey to and from uni to the football club.
Yeah.
It was the whole day I was out for, so I couldn't train, couldn't play anymore. It was just, so if I was OU, then I would have had that flexibility.
Yeah.
I wish I knew about it.
Now, honestly, because when you think of university, you just tend to think of, okay, you're in it and that's it. And those that want to go and chase their dreams, they just chase their dreams. But there's actually a hybrid if you've got something that's part-time. But part-time isn't really an option when you first leave school. You don't really think of part-time unless the people that I used to see that did part-time was if they had children or if they were older, if that makes sense. But you can actually see, hold on, that could be great for someone that is like, let's say you want to play football or you want to do something else, or you're just like, let me take my time. I don't want to rush into 3 years straight away. So that seems like that makes a whole load of sense.
How would you like talk to your kids about it? And would you steer them towards it, or how would those conversations go?
You know, these are really interesting times now. I think the secondary education is so flexible now. And even to the point, there's entrepreneur opportunities. So it's just one of the tools in the shed that you can that take you on. What's particularly exciting about the OU is the flexibility it gives you. You know, you can start, get a feel, and then it doesn't fit you right now. I'll do this. You can come back. Yeah. You can, and also even within the OU, you can mix and match, because my OU, I took modules from other parts of the university. You can make almost like a little bit of a composite degree that suits you and your goal.
Got a cocktail of degrees, man.
So it gives you flexibility. So to answer your question in a big way, it's one of this. It's not the only tool. It's one of them. It's probably one of the most flexible. Yeah. And certainly you should put it on your agenda, in terms of what you do, rather than to your point, when you go to university, your mainline, that's it, you got.
Yeah.
With the OU, you can start, then break, go off and do something else and come back.
Yeah.
Or you can let me be up front, not go to university at all. You can start doing your thing. That's,
Yeah.
Because education, I work with young boys now. That's what we teach them, give them, think who you want to be. And it's one of your tools. Education is important, but it's not the only tool for succeeding in life.
Yeah.
And some people see it, and then it's important, don't get me wrong, but it's not the only tool. But the OU is a key part of that.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. And you've got your one on the way, as well as you've got your kids as well. How are you talking to them about university? Like, have they seen you like on the laptop late at night and all this
so
kind
my
of stuff?
oldest is 16.
Okay.
He's just finished his GCSEs.
Right.
So
How'd he do?
Yeah, he's done really well with them. He feels like he's done well. We'll see results date.
In August.
But he's confident at the moment, but he's the one that saw it all.
Yeah.
So I would be up like 5 to 12, like I've got to get this in, the deadline, no. And he'd be watching, and I've tried to make it really open with him in a way and speak to him in a really honest way that actually this is something I could have done sooner.
Yeah.
So if you know what you want to do, which he's lucky enough, he does know what he wants to do. So I'm like, go for it straight away. And look at all the options. Don't feel like you're boxed into doing a certain uni or a certain course or look at all the options and just take your time in what you want to do. I started the degree when I was about, I think, 29 or 30.
Yeah.
And I definitely noticed the difference in just how quickly your brain works. From when you're younger.
Yeah.
It's harder to catch up.
Yeah.
It's so much harder to keep up and to be able to just the understanding of things, the processing time, everything. Yeah. And then you've got so much. Well, for me, there were so many other factors as well, like being a parent, working full time. Yeah. That the brain capacity sometimes.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired to do this. So I've tried to speak really openly and honest with him, like, don't wait until you're 30. Like, do whatever, look into it now and try and do the courses that you can do now while you're younger. It's a bit easier to do rather than a bit later.
Amazing.
What's one thing that people get like completely wrong about Open University?
A lot of people think it's not quite a university. I'll have to say, calm down. It is a university. It's one of the biggest universities in the country. That the normal people go to it, and it's a good place. They're good. They're doing some good work. There's the PhDs, there's research being done there. It's all the things you'd expect from a university, but with that, as Rihanna says, that flexibility to fit in when you want to do it. I think it's really important that flexibility. Because one of my biggest takeaways, and I've talked about that logical thinking, how to write an essay, but also is time management. We were discussing this in terms of how to fit in the busy. Okay, Rihanna, total respect in terms she had children, mother to look after. Me, I just have myself and my job to look after. So even that to fit it in with a busy top executive. You have to find the time. So you have to have a timetable, a study timetable. And my study timetable is still with me to this day, years later.
So did you create them yourself, or was it? Okay.
Well, the OU gives you the tools. It doesn't know your life, what you've got to do.
You have to fit it around.
So is this what you should be looking for? These are the times you should find. Study time, reading time. This could be an evening, it could be a morning, Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon. That's my time to do X, whatever that is.
Is it all online, or is there physical? In terms of like, if you need book, do they have a library you can attend, or how does that side of things work?
Well, I'll let Rihanna go first because there's different generations.
You have the box.
With Mr. Right in mind.
Everything all the resources are online.
Nice.
So you can access them at any time, which is really helpful. There's no closing time. It could be sometimes the middle of the night, I'll be lying down and something will pop into my head. And I'm like, oh my gosh, did I get that quote right? I'd have to go back in the middle of the night. So all the resources are online. They've got a library with everything. You've also then got your forums, your student forums that you can speak to other students, not just on your course, but you can also add to other forums, so speak to a wider community as well. And then your tutors, you've got your tutors who generally, if you message them and said, I need a bit of help, most times it was the same day. They would get back to you.
That's
and
good.
say,
I've had to chase.
Yeah, you know.
Yo, this is due next week, you know. I need to
"Nah, I
talk
need
to
the help."
you.
Yeah, they're really quick because most times it was like the same day. They would
Yeah,
message
that's
you
really
back
good.
and say, okay, let's get some time in. And they're really flexible. I was speaking to my tutors at 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
They'll be like, let's do a video call 9, 10 o'clock at night. Does that work for you? So they're really understanding as well
They're
that
flexible as well.
Yeah,
that's good.
they're really
That's good.
flexible.
That's
big.
really good. That is very useful.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the time when I'm actually sitting
That's
down to
when
do
I'm
my
going to
essays.
and do the work.
I think it is just because they're aware that a lot of the students are doing other things outside. So whether that's family commitments, work, because they're aware of that, they are really willing to work with you
Yeah.
and work around. So once they get to know you as well, like one of my tutors would be like, oh, should we do after 8? Because I know you've got kids. So then
Oh,
they'd
that's
be thinking,
amazing.
okay,
Yeah.
after
Bedtime.
bedtime, you know. So it was really, they're really supportive. Really did help.
I think you have to shout out to any friends, family, institutions that can just respect your time and your like the kind of your life basically.
Yeah.
Because when you have children, like sometimes we're like, yo, we have to do a meeting at 9 p.m. Then it gets pushed to 10 because one of them's woken up or this person's TVing. This is like it's a lot. So I can imagine how supportive that actually is if someone's like, I know you got kids. 9 p.m. it is, you know, that's amazing. What doors do you feel have opened since, you know, completing your degrees? I mean, you're opening books, you're opening,
So, you know, now I speak regularly at the National Gallery at the Tate Britain,
Okay, wow.
A&A. I've flown to America to speak at the Tate, at the Met. I'm also flown over to speak at Yale. And that's all made possible, the skills and tools and resources. And I still reference my books. You know, just to big up to the books in the OU. They're so accessible. Really, you know, just kind of take you through the text in a really easy, manageable way. Because I guess the subtext is you're on your own, so you need, you haven't got a tutor with you. For that. So they make it easy and accessible. I still use these books to this day. So in terms of what's given to me, it's given me literally a career that makes me an art and cultural historian. What do you know? They exactly give me those tools to be who I want to be today.
Cool. And yourself, Rian?
I started out I'm still in community field, but it was more children based when I started the degree, and that was more the aim. But I've ended up more towards health. So at the moment I work for NHS Blood and Transplant.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And I do promotion of donation, trying to encourage more Black heritage people to donate for sickle cell.
Yeah, we've done that as well.
So it's really helped in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Moving, because health and social care, it sort of enabled me to move from the educational side towards the health side. So it's been helpful in that sense, and definitely just like Michael was saying, the skills that you learn, I find has been the most important thing. So organizing time, being able to prioritize your workloads and things like that. It's those practical skills that I got from studying with Open University that's really helped in terms of jobs and just everyday life.
I think with what you guys studied, what other directions could you have gone with your degrees that you said, nah, actually, I want to go this way, but these things were also available for me to do?
The good thing that I found about the Open University is because it's module based. So from what I've seen in like a mainstream university, the syllabus is quite set. So this is what you go in, this is what you study. With the Open University, you choose your modules. So you can change as it. So I've kind of got a mixture in my health and social care degree. I've done child psychology. I've done young families and youth justice. But then I've also done health as well. So you're able to mix and
Yeah,
match. So you
yeah,
kind of tailor the degree to
Yeah.
what you want to do rather
Yeah.
than it just being.
Cold.
That's sick. I can
Yeah.
imagine looking at listen, that's a doozy. Not doing that one.
You look actually.
Statistics.
No.
Nope. Somewhere else, please.
That's been really good.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's where you're able to really sort of focus it. And then again, on the flip side, if you're not sure exactly which route you want to go down, it's helpful because you've got a bit of everything. So you're able to then get further knowledge on whichever part. When you finish, you don't have to make that initial decision straight away to know this is what I'm sticking to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love the fact that you don't feel when you're clearing everything up, because a lot of people might have thought, oh, it's for mature students only. You're like, you kind of understand that wherever you are, when you've graduated, you are a graduate. You're not like, oh, I just did this online course and do you know what I mean?
No.
And that's super, because that's probably what a lot of the stigma is. So it's important to clear that up and just make, hey, you do have a cap and gown at the end.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people need that. Parents did, my mum and dad needed that.
Yeah.
And I needed it too, because I needed to fill the frame.
Yeah.
The frame was on the stairs.
needed it.
We needed
I
that.
wanted my picture. I was holding my with my hat on.
Sorry, I worked hard on
picture.
it.
Yeah.
Michael, how many times did you do it? How many times did you? He's practically paid for like everyone's.
No. Let me tell you, when my first time I graduated this is at the OU. This is the first time with my first OU degree. They said you should thank the people who made you,
Yeah, like
helped on this course.
Yeah,
And it was really so true, because we don't stand alone. We're supported by others.
yeah.
So that sense of support, you're part of a virtual community of people who are there for you. And it was quite emotional.
Yeah.
But to your point about what doors it opened, well, I could have gone to an MA and a PhD and all things. It's an access, because I've got the degree. I chose not to, because I wanted to actually use the degree. In terms of I've got a practice now. 15 years it's been going. Image of the Black in London galleries.
Right.
This is an advert. No.
No, it is, man. You did the time, man.
We go around the galleries and we look at the Black presence in the art, and we discuss it from a context point of view with the Black presence, because the art is often about it's white canonical art as a trajectory, but the black presence is there, and we understand what Black people, what part they played then. Gives you the tools to discuss that, and the language, and then take that language and make it accessible to other people. So no, big up to the OU. And I deferred to Rianne for the modern communication, because in my day it was quills and that wasn't that.
Tablet,
no,
actual tablet,
we had the books,
stone.
that's the books.
I'm joking. I couldn't help it.
No. But the sense of it gives you books and ideas that are accessible, and ways of looking at things. Now, the glib thing we call it today being woke, because you look at things differently.
Yeah. That's true.
And it's a derisory term. But the OU was woke in a positive. You looked at things differently, like the female presence, female art, Black art, Chinese art. You examine it, give you a different lens, different way of a different way of thinking about the work.
Yeah,
being inquisitive and being positively inquisitive does give you those tools to do your own research, but also, but more important, ask the questions.
Yeah.
And understand the answers you research.
Yeah,
it's one thing to do research. You got to understand the question you're asking. Resolve. It gives you those tools to think clearly. Yeah, and that's why I'm very proud to be woke.
But with the flexibility, like the OU, because I didn't realize you can just take your time and do it in I thought it was a university, but it was online. So you had to learn within those 3 years, but still on your own sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the way you have actually described it to me is completely different.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel like, okay, if there was something I was interested in,
I could give it a shot.
It's not going to take up all my time. I could still do this.
Yeah.
Still do that. Look after my son.
What's next for you guys? Whether it be, roles or, of course we got baby on the way. Blessings for delivery. Hopefully you have a smooth delivery as well. But what's sort of next, whether it be career wise or just life wise after you guys
have a degree?
Yeah. And then, oh my goodness me. At some point, surely lecturing. Surely.
Me lecture?
Yeah.
No. I'll defer to Rihanna, then I'll come back.
Well, I'm on maternity leave at the moment.
Yep.
So after baby, I'll be back to work, trying to encourage more people to donate.
Yeah.
And I'm currently thinking about doing my master's.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
which even that is something that was unthought of at the beginning.
Yeah.
Even going through my bachelor's, I was like, I can't wait for this to be over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much. I can't do it. I'm never studying again.
Yeah.
And then the minute that I finished and passed, I was like, oh, actually, maybe I could do a master's.
Yeah, maybe I can do this.
So I'm thinking probably I'll go on to do further study.
Did
as well.
Open University do master degrees as well? Oh,
Wow.
They do masters, they do PhDs, everything.
oh
Amazing.
wow.
Yeah,
Good.
so you can do your full
Everything
journey.
just there.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
And again, with the masters, they have like what's called an open master's degree.
Mhm.
So again, you pick modules.
Oh,
So you
wow.
could pick from to then make up something that was
Yeah.
more beneficial to what area you're going to go into. So
Nice.
Real tailored
thinking,
education.
That's amazing.
I think that's what I'll do next.
Perfect. And yourself, Michael?
Well, I'm working on a couple of books. I've now
A
finished
couple?
this. Yeah. But one about the black presence in art, in Renaissance art, which is my period. Because my partner's an artist, so I'm going to do an art book which will show the side of it. I'm working on a book called Black London, Guide to Black London, in terms of show London's black history in terms of intellectual thought from the start of the 17th century with Ignatius Sancho and Quiguano, in terms of thinking, black thinking and freedom, and how that goes on to the Pan-Africanism, then relates to the Harold Moody and the colored people, how they survived in the 30s, and moving on into the Notting Hill Carnival and finally Black Lives Matter. But we look at the thought process, the intellectual, cultural, religious, political thought process, and the black people that helped make that happen. And that's where the OU thinking helps you.
Yeah.
Stuck this is very good. So that's what I'm trying to work on now.
So what is it that you actually need to do to be accepted? You just apply online? Like, how do you get involved?
Yeah, literally. You just apply online. You've got the whole prospectus is online. All the courses that they do. It's quite in depth as well. So it will break down each course, how many modules they're in there, how many assessments you need to do. If you have any face-to-face tutorials or anything, it will break down everything right at the start.
Oh, nice.
So you know exactly what you've got through the whole time of the degree. And yeah, once you just call them or send them an email. This is what I'd like to study. They call you back and then you have advisors, they'll go through it with you. They'll even ask you about your home life, your time. Do you think you can dedicate that much study, the amount of hours that you need to be able to complete it? So it's really supported all the way through.
Nice.
I found that I can still hear my tutor from that. I'm going back to OU, she was talking to me about my reservations, and she was very supportive. So now once you start the journey, they'll help you to find your entry points. No question.
Yeah.
The challenge is, do you want to get on the journey?
Yeah.
Is this what you want to do? Do you know what you want to do? If you got an open mind and want to get involved, they can really help you.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they're really, and in some ways, I think they're too supportive. They're good.
But I guess that's what the initial module, to see if you really want to do this.
Yeah.
That's really helpful because when I was in uni, I've said it before, I started studying game design.
Oh yeah.
Just
yeah.
in second year of uni, because I was like, I'm not really feeling human nutrition right now, but it's I'm already in here now.
Yeah.
I've already committed to
that's the commitment.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could have done one course. If I did a course in human nutrition, I would have known from the beginning, all right?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Let me do one module, I would have known. So yeah, being able to do a module is sick.
Right. Well, thank you so much to Michael and Rianne for joining us today. I think something that I can reflect on is just the fact that flexibility of being able to just study and, also choosing the modules as well. That's been a key takeaway. Any of you guys, any other takeaways?
Yeah, I think flexibility is the key one.
Yeah.
I just didn't know it was like that. I thought it was just uni, but online.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again to Michael and Rianne for sharing how studying the Open University alongside expert tutor support helped them reach their goals. Their stories are a reminder that the OU is for anyone and the impact it can give your career, confidence and future is real. Search the Open University to find out more.